He'll get this to Eckler. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. 81 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on first down. Lopez. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 43.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
There to stop it was Darius Leonard.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, orbit.
From the 39, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 12 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second and goal, Mayfield. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but now it's third and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And Catanzero's kick is right through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Draw play. This is Miller. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Okay, just like that, just like that. Go.
They'll toss it to Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Lopez. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 11. The 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Bravo. Check. Crouch. 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 Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1, because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Watch out.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw is Lopez. To throw on second down. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. On the counter, it's Miller. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They keep it with Miller on first down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 25 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Mayfield, he's got Njoku over the middle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Set. 180. Go. Go.
Mayfield on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the...
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Looking deep for Hilton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
King! Hey, Delta. 51 to Mike, boy, 51.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
At the Colts 32-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Good job.
From 17 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down.
On first down, Hines. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Lopez looking to throw on 2nd down. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Yep. Watch the slant. Motion, motion. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Lopez to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 30-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert, 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 alert.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Lopez now throwing to start the drive. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 3rd down.
And 7 yards to go.
Down. 10-2 stop. We want this. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Lopez. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. You know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Mayfield. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taywan Taylor, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead will swell by one more.
45, Colts 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready, ready.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Lopez. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Go on.
Here's Lopez throwing on 1st down. He's got it to Hilton and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. To throw is Lopez on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Point after now from Catanzaro. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Browns 52.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how. They got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. Back to throw. Lopez. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Lopez on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. Or you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Colts pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now Lopez. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Lopez now on first down. Complete to Hilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Lopez. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the catch made by Hilton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The dump off, good for 8 there on first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They run it again with Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Browns, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts,
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And a ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm a highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, until there's nothing left. One to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Love's my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Love my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a stop so hot. You'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space it out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? Fool. That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass the pen. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints you ride. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm is hard. Rocket fuel. What you talking about? Space out your mind.